Good morning, students. Myself, Major Komal Katyal. Good morning, students. Myself, Major Komal Katyal, Department of Zoology, GK Govani Government College, Beenmal. Today, we will discuss about the basis of classification. आज हम बात करेंगे वर्गीकरण के आधार से संबंधित। सबसे पहले इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट। The animals are multicellular, heterotrophic eukaryotes with tissues that develop from embryonic layers. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जंतु क्या है, बहुकोशिक होते हैं, विषमपोषी हैं और विषमपोषी के अलावा क्या है, यूकैरियोट हैं, जिनके अंदर उत्तक जो है वो भ्रूणीय अलग अलग भ्रूणीय स्तर द्वारा विकसित किया जाता है. There are several characteristic features of animals that are sufficient to define the group as kingdom Animalia. The history of animals may span more than a billion years. The animal kingdom includes not only great diversity of living species but even greater diversity of extinct ones as well. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जब हम जंतु जगत की बात करते हैं तो जंतु जगत के अंदर जितनी विविधता जीवित जंतुओं में है उससे कहीं अधिक विविधता हमें उन जंतुओं में दिखाई देती है जो लुप्त हो चुके हैं. The common ancestors of living animals may have lived 1.2 billion to 800 million years ago, that is MYA, may have resembled modern choanoflagellates, protists that are the closest living relatives of the animal. Choanoflagellates are those animals which are similar to certain protists. The Proterospongia is one such eukaryote which is now included in Protista, although in previous classification we include it among the protozoan, is a connecting link between the unicellular protozoans and multicellular poriferans. The animals can be characterized by their body plans. One way in which zoologists categorize the diversity of animal, जो शरीर की संरचना है उसके आधार पर जो जंतु वैज्ञानिक हैं वो क्या करते हैं, इनको कैटेगराइज करते हैं, इनमें विविधता देखते हैं और इसके आधार पर हम इनका आगे वर्गीकरण भी करते हैं. So this is actually according to the general features of morphology and development. जो सामान्य शारीरिकी है या उसका जो परिवर्धन है वो भी एक आधार होता है. A group of animal species that share the same level of organizational complexity is known as a grade. And grade is not necessarily a clade. It may not be monophyletic. Now let us discuss about the first basis of classification. अब हम बात करते हैं वर्गीकरण के पहले आधार पे जो है संगठन की बात करते हैं. Patterns of organization, which includes there are 4 ways of animal organization. First, the symmetry. It may be asymmetrical, it may be radial symmetrical, or it may be bilateral. Second one is the tissue organization. It may be diploblastic or it may be triploblastic. The body cavity development. It may be acoelomate, it may be pseudocoelomate, or it may be coelomate. And as far the embryological development is concerned, it may be protostome or it may be deuterostome. तो 4 अलग अलग तरीके हैं जिनके द्वारा हम क्या करते हैं, शरीर के संगठन के आधार पर बात करते हैं, जिसमें पहला है सम्मिति या तो असम्मित या अरीय सम्मिति या द्विपार सम्मिति. दूसरा है उत्तक जिसमें जनन स्तर अगर द्विजन स्तरीय डिप्लोब्लास्टिक या त्रिजन स्तरीय ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक. शरीर गुहा अनुपस्थित एसीलोमेट. शरीर गुहा कूटदेह गुहा के रूप में तो स्यूडोसीलोमेट मतलब कूटदेहिक और सीलोमेट मतलब वास्तविक देह गुहा उपस्थित. भ्रूणीय परिवर्धन में प्रोटोस्टोम या ड्यूट्रोस्टोम मतलब जो ब्लास्टोपोर है उससे मुख का निर्माण होता है और ड्यूट्रोस्टोम में ब्लास्टोपोर से गुदा का निर्माण होता है. Now, as far as symmetry is concerned, asymmetry or asymmet, it means the body parts are arranged without a central axis or a point, as in the case of most sponges. There are no complex sensory or locomotory structure. The radial symmetry is the arrangement of body parts such that a single plane passing through the oral aboral axis divides the animal into mirror images, as in the case of sea anemones and starfishes. There is no blind side in this case. The bilateral symmetry, Dviparsamiti, is the arrangement of body parts such that a single plane passing through the longitudinal axis divides the animal into right and left mirror images. As in the case of vertebrate, it means right side is the mirror image of the left side. मतलब शरीर का दाहिना भाग दर्पण में जिस तरह से बायां भाग दिखाई देता है उस तरह से प्रतीत होता है. There is clear-cut cephalization in the higher animals where distinct head is present. This is the example of sponges, the asymmetrical. This is the example of radially symmetrical animal, one the hydra with oral and aboral side, and there is presence of oral and aboral axis in the case of a starfish. The radially symmetrical, the parts of the radial animal as sea anemone here in the phylum Cnidaria radiate from center to any imaginary slice through the central axis, divide the animal into two mirror images like a flower pot. The bilaterally symmetrical animal as here shown the lobster, which is the example of arthropoda, has a clear-cut left and right side in mirror images. Now the various anatomical planes and the direction, with the example of a fox you can see which one is known as the transverse plane and which one is known as the frontal plane and which one is known as the anterior and posterior body parts, likewise the dorsal and ventral part. जो शारीरिकी है उसमें बहुत क्लियरली अग्र व पृष्ठ व अधर भाग को दर्शाया गया है. The terms of direction anterior, it means where the head is present. The posterior, the tail end, पूंछ वाला भाग. The dorsal, the back of an animal or the upper surface, and ventral, the belly of an animal or the under surface or the lower surface. This is just to explain through human example that which side is known as medial, which side is known as the lateral, which one is known as our back is the dorsal and our chest is on the ventral side, our feet is on the caudal and our head is on the cranial side, which one is the transfer plane, means going through the belly, and the sagittal plane cutting the body into left and right half. The anatomical terms of direction medial, it means near the plane that divides a bilateral animal into mirror images. मतलब वह अक्ष जो द्विपार्श्व सममित जंतु को दो बराबर भागों में विभाजित करता है. The lateral, that is away from the plane that divides the bilateral into mirror images. कहने का मतलब ये है कि ये वह होता है जो मीडियल से थोड़ा सा हट के होता है. The distal, that is away from the point of attachment of a structure from the body, and proximal, that is towards the attachment. It means if we are looking at the forearm, the part of the humerus near to the shoulder girdle is the proximal and the part of the humerus near the elbow will be the distal. कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमारी अग्र भुजा का जो भाग है, अग्र भुजा का वह भाग जो कंधे से जुड़ा हुआ होता है वो होता है उसका प्रॉक्सिमल वाला भाग, और जो कोनी वाला भाग है वो उसका डिस्टल भाग कहलाता है. The oral, the end which contains the mouth, the aboral, the end opposite to the mouth. Cephalic, it means the head region. Caudal, towards the tail region. Inferior, it means below the point of reference, and superior, above a point of reference. The tissue, the animal body tissue, it means they may be according to the body plan. There are collection of specialized cell isolated from the tissue by membranous layer. कहने का मतलब है उत्तक को हम एक ही प्रकार के कोशिकाओं के समूह के रूप में परिभाषित करते हैं. Now this is the early embryonic development in animals. ये हम बात कर रहे हैं किस तरह से जंतुओं के अंदर प्रारंभिक भ्रूणीय परिवर्धन होता है. जाइगोट, then there is cleavage, 8 cell stage, the presence of morula, then the blastula with the presence of a blastocele, and then from blastula there is formation of gastrula through gastrulation, and as a result of which there is formation of a primitive gut which is known as archentron. It means arch means primitive and antron means the gut portion. तो हम बात कर रहे थे प्रारंभिक भ्रूणीय परिवर्धन के बारे में, जिसमें जाइगोट या युग्मनज के अंदर विदलन के पश्चात यहाँ पर दिया है 8 कोशिकीय अवस्था, उसके बाद कोरक या ब्लास्टुला का निर्माण. ब्लास्टुला के क्रॉस सेक्शन से या कोरक के क्रॉस सेक्शन से हमें पता लग रहा है कि उसके मध्य एक गुहा है जिसको कोरक गुहा या ब्लास्टोसील कह रहे हैं. और जब रीअरेंजमेंट हो रहा है मॉर्फोजेनेटिक मूवमेंट द्वारा, तब क्या हो रहा है, गैस्ट्रुला भवन के दौरान गैस्ट्रुला का निर्माण हो रहा है. और गैस्ट्रुला के दौरान कोरक ग्रंथ या प्लास्टोपोर का निर्माण हो रहा है और 3 जनन स्तर बनते हैं. यहाँ पर 2 जनन स्तर दिखाए हैं, पहले एक एंडोडर्म और एक्टोडर्म, और उसके पश्चात इन दोनों में से कोई एक की कुछ कोशिकाएं या दोनों मिलकर क्या करते हैं, तीसरी जनन स्तर या मीजोडर्म का निर्माण करते हैं. सो ड्यूरिंग गैस्ट्रुलेशन द मॉर्फोजेनेटिक मूवमेंट takes place, and during this morphogenetic movements there is formation of first the 2 germ layer, the external ectoderm and internal endoderm, and there is formation of a blastopore through which various morphogenetic movement takes place. And after some time either of the one or both these endoderm and ectoderm form the 3rd layer which is known as the mesoderm. So this finishes my lecture on basis of classification, in which we have discussed about the symmetry which is a part of body organization. We discussed about the primary embryonic development. We discussed about the various region of the body, the position, the cross section like anterior, posterior, various anatomical terms related with this. This finishes my lecture on the basis of classification. You can see what I have explained is mentioned here very clearly: the zygote, the 8 cell stage, and the blastula and gastrula, and after there is development of the endoderm and ectoderm. The endoderm forms the gut, the digestive tract. So thank you